now the fun stuff. Now we get into our turns, our pins and our back points. Okay, when you get to this ride, you don't have other breakdowns from there. You have other pinning combinations. One of the first pins I show from this championship wrist series definitely works a lot with high school kids, and you'd be surprised in college sometimes where you get guys with it just because of their reactions. I'm in my spiral ride again, okay, just for learning purposes, just going over, you know, conditioning your mind to do the same stuff. I'm here, I'm popping up, I'm running out there. From here, that inside knee clips, I take them up and over, here, bam. I catch that wrist, first thing, wrist, knee slide, mount up. Now from underneath here, when I got a lot of pressure on him, I started laying my shoulder on him here. What they'll tend to do is they'll start to feel that pressure and they'll turn their head away. Okay, well this is a great time to run my half. This arm's deep, a deep underhook. I'm taking my hand up, palming the back of his head right here. Now from here, I'm not thinking about really turning them, I'm thinking about running and stacking them. Now when I'm running and stacking them, I'm doing a couple things. I'm taking my knee and I'm running it up his armpit here. So I'm taking that arm and running it up there. Okay, I'm here, I'm running this up here. You see that, I'm bottom, you can't see because I'm blocking with this knee right here. I'm running it up. I'm not doing anything illegal. Meaning I don't have his arm back, I don't have it twisted. It's really just uncomfortable because he's caught in there. There's really little for him to do. Okay, so I'm locking that in. From here, I'm in this position right here. I'm blocking, I start feeling that head turn. This arm goes deep. I'm looking for my half right here. Now from here, I'm running right over the top of his head. Looking down at his shoulders for the pin. So from here, I'm blocking. You know, the more he tries to even fight up into me, the more I got that half right here. You know, right there. Bam. I go there. Okay? So, starting in on it. We'll even just work from starting in on it. I'm here. I slide my knee in. I grab the wrist. Pin it. Pinning that hand to my knee. From here, this arm covers. See how I'm blocking? Okay? From here, I'm underhooking. Here. Now, just that first move, I'm just running them over it. I'm just running it over them, stacking them. Okay? Now, two things off the stack. That's one that's basic. What guys will feel underneath sometimes when you get to that ride, when you get to that wrist ride, they'll think they have room to Granby. And that's exactly what you want them to do. Okay? They put themselves right into the stack. So let's just go ahead and start without the spiral ride. He's lined up here. Knee comes in. I'm blocking in between his arm and in between his leg. I'm blocking in. Hand coming on underneath. Pinning his hand against my knee. Covering. Now from here, he starts to feel this. Maybe I even bait him a little bit. I'm riding up here. Maybe I slide down a little bit to bait him. Okay? He starts feeling comfortable. Like, oh, I could just Granby out of here. Boom. Just stab. Head drops. I'm pulsing on my head. And I'm looking just for his shoulders to hit. Okay? Sometimes you'll be like, hey, ain't no one dumb enough to do that. You'd be surprised. Because one, they're either not smart enough to do it, or two, they want to weigh out. Okay, so I'm here. Just learning purposes again. He lines up with his elbow on the mat. Slide that knee in between. The reason I want it in between is because it's blocking that knee too. It's blocking that knee. It's also helping me grab that hand where it's pinned. I'm here in this position. I start feeling, I'm putting pressure. Maybe I take a little bit off of him. He starts to feel the Granby, I just catch. Other thing, real important, I keep this hand inside. If he Granbys and gets his arm through, he can get out. So, it's not really the half that's pinning him. This hand getting blocked on my knee is what pins him. So I'm here, like on the inside here. Maybe I take that pressure off him. He goes for that Granby, I just stack him. Turn this way. When he roll Granby. You see, I'm stacked. I got that hand caught in there. So he's stacked. It's not past me where he can shoot it out. I'm blocked. Stacked. Okay, that's 2. Another one with the stack comes from our sit-out. Okay, we broke them down from that sit-out position. You could run right into it. So in that sit-out position that we just covered of defense, I'm up here. I go to suck them back. The hand changes. Knee comes in. I pull him up and over. When I pull him up and over, I go right to that wrist and right to that half. Now as he's coming over, I can just stack him right away. Right into it. I'm here. Feel that pressure. Boom. Right there. And you notice that when I go for that half, I'm real conscious of this knee. Okay? This knee is more important as this hand. Okay? This knee controls a ton. Okay? So again, spiral ride, he goes sit out. Go sit out, I'm crashing him. Bam, up and over. Bam. Catch. Anytime you go. So 3 stack positions. So when you start getting good at this ride, what guys will tend to do is kind of ball up, meaning that they'll kind of stay a little bit wide and they'll stay balled up and really kind of keep their knees underneath them and try to brace themselves from getting broken down or from other kind of moves. Almost like to try and show the ref like, you know, he's not doing anything, he just got my wrist and he's out to the side. Well, really good pinning combination here is coming out to the head, coming out in front of the head, and going into a snake position. There's a lot of different names for different moves that people use. I'm just staying basic. Just coming out to the head, scooping the head, and going into my snake. So from here, I'm gonna just go ahead, skip the spiral ride, and go right into my ride position. So I'm here, I got that hand blocked against my knee, and now I'm up here riding. Now, when I start to feel guys ball up here, I'm gonna run out to the head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go of this wrist, I'm gonna drop my chin. I'm gonna drop my chin to his ribs right here. I'm using this chin as like a latch, like to feel, you know, it's like a balance here. Okay, I'm kind of balancing myself. Now from here, I'm running out, past the hand, past the arm, changing my lock. Okay, I'm deep right there. I'm taking my knee out, and now I'm blocking on the outside. I'm using my chin. Now from here, I step around the front of his head, I drop my knee. Now this knee right here is what's blocking him in. My other arm is like doing a preacher curl. You see a lot of guys lifting, you know, doing lifts like this off their thigh, curls. I'm here. I'm curling. This knee is acting as a block. I'm pushing down. I take my knee and I start scooping. Now from here, I'm pressuring down. My free hand comes here. I grab his fingers. I start pulling his arm up. Okay? I start pulling his arm up. Now there's 2 different ways. One, I pull it up, traditional snake, meaning I pull it up here. I shoot this arm across, leaving it on this side of the head. My knees change, and I wrap the head to pin him. Okay? Or, when I'm out here, I start pulling this up. I take it, put it on, instead of this side, I put it on the other side. And now I can take him, pin him that way. Okay? 2 different kind of philosophies on it. Okay? I like to try and keep it on this side. With this side, when I bring it across, I feel like guys' arms are a little too flexible sometimes, and they can wiggle out of it. And the ref gets a little nervous. If I keep it pinned to this side, and then get my snake deeper, I have a good chance of pinning them also. Okay, so from here, starting down here, I'm in here locked in my A position, my championship ride position. My knees are out. My chin is over. I take my arm out from the underhook. My chin's over. I go to his butt. Now, when I go to his butt, I'm still riding with it. So my arm is deep right here. I get up on my toes. Now, I come out. I change. I change from here to here. I start running. I'm using this arm to block. This knee comes around his head. I start to scoop. Now from here I change back, and I'm here now. Using this leg to block the arm, I'll pressure him down right here. Now here I'm in control. Now it's just slow. Here. I take it, I pull it up. If I feel like guys' arms are caught underneath, and I start losing that wrist, I'll slide my lock from the wrist or from the hand, slide it up to the elbow crack. Then from here, I can take this arm underneath and grab and use everything to pull them up. So what I mean is that guys will keep their arms tucked under here, I slide, grab, and then I start pulling it up, shoot that arm across. You go far lat, far hip, my knees change, and then I can snake them over right here to get my pin. Really, really good move to just go pin, guys. You get a guy where you're having trouble, or maybe it's a guy you're supposed to go out there and pin him for the team, and this guy on the other team knows, like, I can't give up bonus points. Well, this is kind of that move you go right to get out there, okay? I'm just gonna kind of muscle him over. So from here, I'm here blocking, I change, I get out to that side, I block that head, I'm blocked here. Now it's really a lot of pressure pushing down. I'm thinking about driving his shoulder into his ear. I'm pressuring down right here. I pull this up. I don't want to take everything out. I do that, the ref stops it, or he comes out. I'm just sneaky, I'm here. Up, start turning, over. Knee changes, punch it through, block it up. You could come over, you could come under if you want. I like coming over. Bam, don't want to get the pin. Okay, so we went over turns from ride position. Okay, now going from the ride, working on the mechanics of taking his arm out from underneath and putting it onto his back. Okay, so that spiral position, I could do all things the same, getting in that spiral position, taking that knee, get him across. Like I said, we're always trying to get to our A position, our championship wrist ride position right here. Okay, now from here, I got that arm underneath. Now from here, I'm gonna take this hand. Okay, just like our other move, I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna come to the butt right here. Okay, I'm latching in with my chin. Okay, I'm not just sitting back here. I kind of use this as like a hook to kind of keep everything together right here, where I'm kind of pulling them in. I'm using that chin as a hook. Even just feeling this right here is really good. It's really important, okay? Mike will tell you that it's just a lot of weight on him. So my philosophy also on top is my rides, my turns, but he's got to work to get out. The more I can make him work to get out, the more it wears him down, okay? And that's one thing you realize when you get older and get coaching is how often you don't want to go in the bottom position because it's the most wearing position. Okay, so trying to ride him, trying to turn him, but more importantly, I'm trying to wear him out. It's going to open up my offense on my feet. Okay, if you're going to be a successful wrestler in college or at a high level, you got to have a ride. You got to have a turn in that position. So working again on that mechanics of taking the wrist out to his back, that wrist underneath. I'm using that chin to block. I'm taking my hand. I'm blocking right here. Okay, now I'm going to use my knee to take out that hand. Turn fully here, okay? So when I'm here underneath, my chin's locked in, I'm here on the back. Now, I'm gonna use my knee to take that out, meaning this. I'm gonna act like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. I'm lifting my leg out like this. Now, when I lift that leg out, I wanna keep that arm, that hand, glued to my leg, so when I pull it out, his hand comes out with it, okay? It's like I said, that inside knee is crucial. So from here, when I lift my leg out, I take his hand out with it. After I take his hand out with it, I'm sit him down, and then I'm able to put that arm on the back and flatten him out. Okay? But I'm doing all that while keeping myself latched, my chin latched into that lat. Okay? So from here, in this position here, I'm keeping my weight on him. I pull it out. And now I sit. Now from here, I could just, push him back down. If they're giving me trouble, meaning here, like this, he's on his side. 1, he's giving me my first turn. Okay, but 2, I can just take my shin and drive it in. Now I'm in this type of position right here. Okay, that's the next position we're trying to get to. Okay, so again, I'm in here. In the butt right here. Leg is coming out with it. I'm just elevating my knee like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. I'm elevating my knee, taking it out, and I'm just sitting into that space. Run them in that circle, sit them in that space. Come on top of them right here. Okay? When you get good at it also, when you start just feeling that knee motion, that wrist motion like this, you'll be able to do this sometimes where you don't even have to take the arm from the underhook. Meaning I'm here like this. I could be riding them up here. I could just sit them right there and work to pull out. But for learning purposes and for refs being sensitive to it, I'm going here and here. Open that leg up, sit them. Right to it. Mount them up. Right there. Okay, when we get that arm to the back, we got a lot of different options from there. Okay, one I'm going to work is just that traditional snake position again too. So starting here, working my breakdown here. I got this hand underneath, it's glued to the side. I'm in the butt right here. I act like a dog peeing. I pull that elbow, that arm out. I sit into the cup right here. Now I'm in this position. I want to try and work this position where I'm straddled on him here. Okay, that wrist position slides here, and I kind of have a baseball grip. Okay, so we're going to work 2 snake positions from here. One, the first one I'm going to do is when I have this wrist on his back, I'm going to take my other hand, I'm going to grab underneath, and I grab that hand. Okay, meaning this. So when I got this hand, I'm kind of holding like a baseball bat. All right, so when I have this hand here, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wrist, I'm going to twist it across my body. Okay, I'm taking it, I'm twisting it across my body, and now I crowd him with my hips. Right here. Okay, so if you don't tuck your arm, I can run over it. It could hurt. So from here, I'm taking here, I'm twisting that arm, I'm sliding my hips in. Okay, now from here, there's a couple things I can do. One, I could just start running them up and over this way. You get to my snake. Okay, or 2, I'm just going to punch my arm through. So from here, I'm twisting. When I'm twisting, I'm thinking about taking this elbow to his back. So I'm here, I'm grabbing my baseball grip, I twist it across my hip, I'm bringing my elbow to his back, and I'm sliding my hips in, here. Now from here, that hand's coming off, I could grab his far shoulder right here, sinking, working out to the side, and going into my snake from here to get to my pin. Okay. Wrist is on the back. I'm grabbing, baseball grip. I'm twisting. I crowd with my hips. I don't do this back here. As I lift, I crowd with my hips. Hand coming through, grabbing that shoulder. Jumping off to the side. Sucking that head under, pulling it up, and looking to get that pin. Okay, that's one from that snake position there. Next one, I got that wrist on the back. Here. Now, instead of twisting up, say you got a real sensitive ref, I'm here, I work out to the side. Okay, I work out to that side here. I'm going to start driving his arm across to his far hip. My foot, circle, my foot starts to scoop here. So I'm pushing in, driving it across. Here, push and driving across, getting my hips, my chest underneath. Now from here, make a kickstand with my elbow, start lifting, enough room to get this arm under. okay? To help me get that arm deeper, I might run up and grab the shoulder. If I go right here, it might be a little short and he can limp his arm out. So I'm trying to take all that space out. I'm here, I'm pushing. I start to lift. See, I start to lift here, like a bicep curl, shoot across, start running up and into my snake position. So, working both of them. Here, come back, spiral ride, out to the side bone. Here, now and up, chin to the butt, take them out here, cover. 1, pull across, slide. Taking them, or 2, out to the side, hook, push. Drop that shoulder, drop that chest. Cross, scoop, clear your leg, and get to the pin from there. The great thing about top position is like, it's a little bit punishing, and you kind of have to take a little bit of pride in punishing your guy below. You know, there's always like an example that one of my club coaches used when we were younger. Like they used Gene Mills as an example. He said, when I would get set up on guys on, you know, coming to top position, it was like cracking my knuckles. Like, oh yeah. Okay, so being able to kind of have that feeling when you get on top of an attitude, you know, of like, I'm gonna put punishment on this guy. Okay, that's always a good, you know, a good feeling to have. I mean, you don't have to show it, you don't have to say it, but you got to feel that. You got to feel that when I'm on top of this guy, I'm going to dominate him, and you know, I'm going to put a little pain into him. Okay, so this next move is called a hammer lock. Okay, or I call it a hammer lock. So the same kind of setup: spiral ride here, out to the side, knee clip here, take them over, get into our championship ride right here. Okay, now going again into that breakdown here, and going to the butt. Leg coming out, sitting them down. Now from here, cover. When I cover, I'm taking that baseball grip. Now from here, we kind of went over that when we get out to that side, I start pushing that arm across. Well, maybe he's just popping his hip down hard, so I can't go. Well, when he does that, he leaves space. You know, sometimes they use that hand to help push. They leave space for me to come underneath and go grab this wrist on top. Okay? So when I'm here, pushing across here, I start scooping, working towards his head. Here, he starts feeling there. I walk out to the front, I grab this wrist. Now I kind of got him what I call a hammer lock here. All right? Now from here, I'm going to spin from this side of the body, and I'm spinning to the other side of the body. And when I do that, I scoop this head up right here. Now, instead of just trying to run him over, I'm going to jack him up here. I might bring both knees under or keep this leg up. I jack him up here. Now from here, I run him to his back. And if you get him onto his back with his arm behind his back, you could guarantee a fall. So again, let's go ahead and just start with that arm on the back right here. All right? I'm straddled in my baseball grip. Okay? From here, maybe the ref's being too sensitive about this. I run out to that side, I start scooping that leg, and I'm really trying to push this across, and I feel this. I'm gonna let go of my left hand, come under, and grab this wrist. I'm grabbing that wrist right there. And now, once I have that grabbed, I circle out in front. I scoop that head up. Now from here, I jack him up. I could twist him up here. Knee comes in, I jack him up here. Now I can twist him over to his back and get that pin. It's kind of like I said, it's for some of those guys when you're wrestling, we're like, I gotta go get a pin for the team. And this guy on the other side of the team is like, I can't give up a pin for this team. Well, I gotta kind of get brutal on top with that step out to the head move or this. So I'm here. I got that spiral, I put on his back already. I'm here. I get out to the side, I start scooping. I'm pushing. Okay, I scoop under. Run out to the front, grab that wrist. Now from here, I lift. I go for the pin. Now, sometimes when I lift, you know, he'll look to defend it by sticking his leg to the outside of the leg. That leg. So now I'm defending here. So now I'm going to reverse it. From here, I change my knees right to his back. And I can jump sides. A little funky, a little crazy, but you need a little funk in your life. Come here, I get it on his back. I start pushing him, I'm having trouble. Here, reach under, grab it, clear that leg. Here, I lift up, I'm trying to turn him. He's defending, he's looking away, bam. Switch those knees. Take him down here. If I want, I can cartwheel my head and I get my pin right there. After I get that arm to the back, we're going to start working into our chicken wings. So all this again leads off spiral ride to our championship ride, getting the arm to the back and working our chicken wing now. I'm here, I run out there, I'm out to that side, putting that weight on, knee coming inside, bam, putting him up over, mounting up. From here to the butt, circle him down, and now I'm on top. Okay, just kind of going over that and getting that feel. You know, I got a lot of years of doing this, okay, so don't feel like you got to get it in one session, but like I said, spiral ride and get into this ride, you can do a lot of damage. Okay, now from here, I got that arm on the back. Now I'm going to go into my chicken wing. When I go into my chicken wing, I don't want to just lay my chest on his back and start searching for this chicken wing down here. I'm going to stay up on him here, okay? Again, I could go and pull this across, okay? This always kind of just helps me. I'm not pulling it and pushing it up over him. I'm pulling it kind of back. See how I'm pulling it back here? Now from here, I can let go. I grab above, and now I wrap my chicken wing. Now from here, when I get that arm through, I'm going to take that wrist, I'm going to put it back underneath right here. Okay? And now, like a chicken wing, depending on the ref and everything, my arm is parallel to his back right here. And I'm using my bicep kind of to pinch and keep them in right here. All right? I always make a fist. If I get long with my fingers, it looks definitely like the ref, like I'm taking it up over his head. Okay? So I'm keeping it here to the side and making that fist. So that if my hand does slide up a little bit, it doesn't look that bad. So I'm here. I'm tight. Okay? Again, his arm's in the back. I take it and just working this, pulling it across. Twist, pull it across, grab, lift, put it in, deep. Put it back down. Now from here, I'm in my chicken wing position. Now, I'm taking this hand, I'm coming underneath. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post it on the mat because I don't wanna go down here for my tilt. I'm gonna post it on the mat and now I slide up. I'm sitting on the small of his back, right above his butt. I'm taking his hand over, put it on the mat to help me lift. Now from here, I'm grabbing his pec. Okay. Now I want to think about doing, you know, if you're an old school WWE fan, okay, doing like a camel clutch here. Okay. I'm taking him here. I'm lifting him back here. And now I'm taking him off to the side. I fall right here. Boom. Fall to the side. All right. I'm hooked in here and I'm looking for my back points. I'm staying tight. I'm clamped right here. Okay. So the arm's on the back. Here. I'm taking the arm. I'm twisting it here. Just knowing the mechanics. You know, everything ideally in a match is not going to look perfect. Okay. But I'm going to drill it the way I want to do it. Okay. Here, I take it across, I grab, I put it back under. See, when I put this arm under, it's deep. I'm not putting it shallow, deep. Put it down. Now, when I put it down, you see I start shifting. Okay, if you see this foot, this knee, I'm putting it high, up by his armpit a little bit. Okay, if I'm back, okay, it's not as good. So I'm up here riding him. I'm sitting on his back. I step up with this leg. I'm using his hand to reach here, pulling him up, grabbing. Okay, I don't want to take him up and over, and I don't want to take him to the sides. I want to take him up, back, and fall. right here. And now I'm latched in there. From here, I can always kind of let go with this hand. If they start kind of looking into me, I can use this hand to keep turning his face, his chin to the other side. Right here, you see that? Okay, so if I stay there, I start to feel that chin, I'm here. Right there, looking for my back points. Now, after I get that chicken wing, I get on the back, my opponent's not just gonna sit there and give me back points. They're gonna do the first thing that they're taught as kids is work a bridge. So from here, I rip it across, I lift, I grab that wrist, I put it under to my chicken wing, put that hand back. I slide up, here, I post, here, lift. Even here, if I'm having trouble pulling here, I'll just let go and come here. Now I fall. Getting my back points. Now, I start to feel him bridge. From here, I'm using my bottom leg. I'm kicking it out, and after I kick it out, I'm sliding out. Kick, slide, hook, here. Looking for my pin. Right here. He turns away, I'm sucking him up. He comes into me, I'm here. I can change my lock, I can lock up the front head, and I can pin him that way. Okay, so from the very beginning, he's on his knees, referee's position. I come on top of him. Just follow a ride, run out to that side, knee here, right to our championship ride, mounting up. From here to that butt. Open that leg, sit him. Put it on his back. Pull it across, grab. Sink that chicken wing in, place it back. Slide it up, post. Like I said, you're having trouble lifting him this way, go ahead, lift his head up. Taking him back, over. Get my back points, feel my partner start to bridge into me. I kick it out, don't panic. Kick it out, hip heist. Coming on top. Right here. Get my pen. Okay, going again from that chicken wing, we're gonna work on feeding and finding that opposite hand underneath. So when I'm here, go ahead and start flat. I got my chicken wing, or arm on the back. Arm on the back here, I'm twisting it, pulling across me. Grabbing that arm, going into my chicken wing here, putting it back. Now from here, I'm gonna kind of latch it in a little bit more. I'm gonna keep that fist, and I'm kind of just gonna twist my elbow so that when I twist my elbow a little bit like this, it just pushes his wrist back into his ribs right here. You see that? It's supposed to stay out here, where he has free room with his hand to move it. So when I do this and I twist, okay, I'm kind of flexing, I pull that hand to his wrist. So now from here, I got that chicken wing, I twist. Now from here, I'll give him a little bit of space so he starts to come up. I sink back a little bit, I start to feel him come up, I'm reaching across and grabbing that wrist right here. Okay? Now from here, I put that foot behind, okay? I take it out from the side, I put it behind, and now I run him up. I'm gonna slide him up my leg like a ramp. Here. I'm looking to get my tilt. From here, you sometimes can look and almost pin them. Okay. So from back here, that arm's on the back, I twist them here. Suck it in, put it down. Here. Now, say I'm feeling uncomfortable coming high, I'm down here. I'm riding, maybe I'm looking wrist, maybe I'm looking here. He starts building up, I slip my shoulder from above his elbow below, twisting it. Now I'm locking his arm in here. He starts coming up, my knees on the other side, reaching across, getting that wrist. Drive him down, knees comes to the inside, slide. Looking for my tip right there. Knees, I'm up here, my ride position here. That butt, circle down, pull it out. Pull, grab, climb up. Here, I'm looking. Grab it underneath. Change, run them forward. Get up my toe. Okay, so staying with the chicken wing, one of my favorite things just to jump to right off the bat, after I get my wrist right, I'm here, coming down, circling his butt down, coming on top of him, okay? From here, when I pull it across, I'm going to my chicken wing, I'm putting his back. Now from here, I always like trying to ride high, okay? I wasn't more of like sinking back kind of person. I like to be up high looking for my tilts and stuff. But from here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump sides on him. I'm gonna jump over here. I'm gonna put my knee into his ribs right here. And now just the first turn I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stack this down. Go ahead and pull that in. Okay, and I'm gonna try and pull here and just circle him down to his back. Sinking that arm and looking for my pin. Okay, like I said, this is one of those moves where I'm like, I gotta go get the pin for the team. Okay, so I got that arm across his back right here. I pull it across, I grab, I sink in that chicken wing. From here, you know, maybe he tucks in his arm like this because he's familiar with all these type of turns from the chicken wings, okay? All this kind of stuff from the chicken wings. So from here, I put my hand on his back, okay? I could even grab my wrist right here to kind of help me. So from here, I jump across, slide my knee right into his ribs. The higher the better. If I stay low, okay, you can maybe wiggle out of it. The higher the better. Now from here, I'm gonna punch my arm straight deep. Right here. I'm punching it all the way deep. And now instead of coming over the top first, I'm gonna come under and I'm gonna start circling around the front of his head here. When I start to get to about this position, I pull him down and then I can come over. And I lock my hands right here. And now here, just that mechanics of pinning, okay? He turns away from me, I drop my head here. He turns into me, my head shifts to this other side. Away from me, I drop my head. Into me, head changes across. So looking to keep him on his back. I got that wrist, I put it onto his back. Rip it up, pull into my chicken wing, put it back. Like I said, I'm up here riding. I grab here, his arm's out like that, that's fine too. I'm gonna put my knee right in his armpit here. Using that. Now, I'm trying to pull him onto here, and now I'm straightening my arm out. The more he fights down, the better it is. I want this arm deep. Now from here, I come under, I grab. I'll grab like his neck, or I grab right below his chin. Start circling. Here. When I feel him come over, I come. Grabbing, looking for my pin right here. Again, he turns into me. I change my head to here. He looks away. I drop my head for that pin. Okay, really good move. When you pop off it, you know, if you feel real tight with that chicken wing, you know, a lot of times when you got that chicken wing, guys kind of turn down, and it feels tight to you here, that's kind of great. Like they're trying to wing you down. So from here, I'm just changing sides. And now from here, I'm getting height. Punching that arm. Punching that arm down. Keeping it straight now. Start a circle. Right there. Looking to get my pin. Okay, so starting again in our ride position. Knees inside. Hands coming here, blocking that hand on the inside of my leg. My A position, my ride position. Coming to that butt, chin's coming over, peeing like a dog, the hand comes out, sit. Okay, same mechanics here, going after my chicken wing. Pulling that hand. I've got better where I'm here. I grab that wrist, bam, underneath. Now from here, I jump that side. Okay, this guy's a little bit tougher of a competitor. So I can't just punch that arm straight and pin him. So now I'm here, or I'm trying to get him over, he posts that hand. Okay, now I'm gonna take this free hand, I'm gonna scoop at the wrist, and I'm gonna slide it right up to my hip. Okay, I slide it up to the hip. Now from here, I bring my arm around, I'm circling, I come up underneath that wrist. Now from here, as I start bringing him, I slide. Now, real important is that I pop my chicken wing from over the top of his elbow to below his elbow right here. And now I'm just punching and running my half. Hands up high on the head, driving right over it. Now from here, I'm just watching his shoulders hit. Start driving and stacking him, looking to drive, look at his shoulders hit the mat. So I'm here on that chicken wing. On that far side, he posts that hand. Okay, maybe I'm doing this, he's posting that hand. I sit, I pull it up. Arms coming underneath, lift, deep. The more I can kind of throw his arm on top of my shoulder, the easier it will be also to turn him. If it's low, he can wing down and kind of pull it. So the higher I can get it up when I'm here, the easier it'll be. Let it slide, run and get that snap. Okay, real tough, real tight position for guys' arms to really struggle to get pinned. Okay, I have that arm on his back. Here, I take it, I pull it across, grab chicken wing, put it back. Jump sides here. Okay, take that hand, scoop it, put it up on my hip right here. Take that hand under, lift, deep. See how it slipped on top of my shoulder. And as I slipped to come on my shoulder, watch my left elbow slips off his elbow. Here. Now from here it's deep. Using my feet to run. Run. To get that pin. Staying with that chicken wing here. One more move off of it. Where I have that wrist, I'm in this ride. Okay, go up to that butt, lift it, and sit it right here. Now from here, I'm grabbing, lifting, going into my chicken wing, placing it back. Now from here, I try this first move here, where I stack and I'm trying to push it down. Well, he doesn't want to get pushed down this way, so he drops that hip and he's trying to pull that hand. Now, instead of scooping and going to my half, I'm gonna wrap it right into my double chicken wing. I'm coming over the top, boom, sinking it up, locking my hands right here, okay? And just feeling of what comfortable you are of running it, you can go. If you feel that right when you scoop it, you can run it this way, go ahead. For me, I always kind of felt like I had to jump sides, and then I start running. Again, watching his shoulders hit the mat. So when I have that chicken wing, pull it across, latch it in, put it back down. I jump sides, I start feeling this. You know, if he's giving it to me, I'll go here. Okay? But he's really pushing down off this hand. When they push down, that elbow comes up. And it's right there. Pushing down, scoop. Here. Latch it up. Okay? You feel running this way, I'm taking him over his shoulder at an angle. Right here. Okay? Over his shoulder. I don't feel always comfortable going this way. You don't want to go this way because maybe he might sit out on you and roll to your back. So what I want to do is, when I'm here, I just feel comfortable being able to jump sides. And now I run him. Right over that shoulder. And now I'll use my head as a post, and I'm watching his shoulders hit the mat. I run, watch his shoulders touch the mat. And get that pin. Okay. Really kind of fun move. Okay? We always kind of have like, you know, who could get this move on a team, but if they get it, and it's kind of cool that you're able to hit that move in a match. So I'm here, pull it across, latch in it, step down, get that side pull. He pushes it up, scoop, rip up that double chicken wing. I start to run, maybe I don't like it, I jump sides. Here, run him over. Watch him hit. And get the pin.